Hello guys, as you have seen from the title of the video, today I'm going to be presenting you 5 books that I think are worth reading if you're into your self-development journey. As I have stated in my last video, reading is an activity that I've recently started doing and is an activity that really brings me joy. I read a lot at home, I read a lot on my way to work, I read a lot on my way back from work. It is a relaxing activity in my opinion, and I do believe reading gives you knowledge, and knowledge in today's society means power. But without dragging anything longer, here are my top 5 books that I think are worth reading if you're into your self-development journey. And this is in no particular order whatsoever. Now, the first book is How to Win Friends and Influence People by Carnegie Dale. This is a book that I've started my journey with. The book itself may feel slightly outdated, and certain techniques in the book would probably not work in today's society, as this was published in 1936. Saying this, it is still a very useful book to read, especially when it comes to networking. One core fundamental of this book is that it teaches you how to be interested and not interesting. It teaches you how to win friends by being genuinely interested in the person you're talking with. Because let's face it, everyone likes to talk about themselves more than anything else. There are also teachings in the book that can help to open up your eyes, such as a great man shows his greatness by the way he treats little men, or any fool can criticize, condemn and complain, and most fools do. I think this book can be very helpful for the people that maybe are struggling to communicate with others, or perhaps they have relationship communication issues. I do think this book can help you out in those regards. I don't really want to give too much away about this book, but I think this should be on your list if you're into your self-improvement journey. Now, the next book is How to Talk to Anyone by Lael Lones. Sorry, I might mispronounce some of these names, but Lael Lones, let's go with that. Although this book is still not very recent, it was published in 2003. Lael touches upon the book How to Win Friends and Influence People and improves on that, giving it more of a modern feel. And in some cases, it might feel like you're probably reading the same book, as it kind of teaches the same techniques. And this is because you pretty much are reading the same book. But I do think that Lael's teaching can relate more to today's society to some degree. The book still touches upon how to communicate effectively, how to communicate in your relationships, how to become a valuable person, and how to become interested, not interesting. And again, I do recommend this book being on your list, because if you haven't really understood Dale's concepts and techniques and teachings from his book, Lael will make sure that this time you actually do. Although I think her writing is slightly more boring than Dale's, but it's a good book. Now we have Models by Mark Manson. I don't want to hide it, but Mark is probably my favorite writer so far when it comes to self-improvement, self-help books. There is just something about his writing that really attracts me to his books. Perhaps it's the way that he writes. It does feel like he's talking to you on a personal level. He is not shy of using swearing words in his writing, which is why it's probably more appealing to me as a writer than anyone else, which gives it a feeling of honesty really. Models, it's a book that it's mainly aimed at improving the masculinity in man. Many men in today's world don't really know how to behave. Many men do feel weak. Many men feel unworthy. And many men feel like they have nothing to give anymore. Well, this book tries to give hope to men, that there is light at the end of the tunnel. This book touches upon how to attract women, how to become an attractive man, how to become less needy, and most importantly, how to grow your own value. There are 2 sayings in this book which I found really helpful when I was reading it, and I found them really funny and true at the same time. To most women, a man with no neediness is like a woman with perfect tits and gorgeous sculpted ass. Yeah, your ability to deal with failure will determine how much you get to deal with success. Now, if these 2 quotes alone doesn't make you pick up this book, then I don't really know what. Everything is Fucked by Mark Manson. Oh Mark, this is yet another book to give hope. A book that bluntly tells you that everything in this world is messed up and there is literally nothing that you can do about it. It tells you that although this world is fucked, we are still much better than what people were 100, 200, 300 years ago. In today's world, we are complaining about those very small things, which back in the day that wasn't the case. Somehow in today's society, people's depression are at a all-time high, and I think it kind of opens up your eyes about it. Things that me and you think are depressing now are nothing compared to what was there in the world back a few hundred years ago. You know, I come from a place where I had depression, and I might still have it to some degree, but when reading the following quotes, it just makes me go out there and stop feeling miserable for myself. Your cleaning up with your relationship with yourself has the positive byproduct of cleaning up with your relationship with others. Self-improvement is not the cultivation of great happiness, but rather a cultivation of great self-respect. Nice. Last but not least, yet again, no surprises. And I'm probably gonna make this man a billionaire one day if I kept buying his books. Mark with his book of The Subtle Art of Not Giving a Fuck. This book title gives it away, and it's a book about the subtle art of not giving a fuck. No, but in all honesty, coming from a place where myself, I was really thinking of what others would think of me rather than what I was thinking about myself, this is an amazing book. This is one of those books that really made me love myself even more. Reading this book really made me realize that people actually do not give a fuck what you are doing, what you are saying, and so on. The book gave me more confidence, and this book itself, when I was reading it, made me feel like I want to start a YouTube channel. It made me feel like I want to start a journey. Like I said in my first video on this channel, I used to upload videos before on a different YouTube channel, which is not there anymore, so don't try to find it. But the videos were quite shit, literally.
No, sick.
It made me feel bad. I felt like giving up, and I did. I did for a few years. I haven't really touched upon it. Until after I finished the book, and it made me realize that people would probably like what I'm doing here on YouTube. There will also be people that will probably dislike my videos, and they will probably want me to die. Okay, maybe not the last part. If we are unwilling to fail, then we are unwilling to succeed. Or one day, in retrospect, the years of struggle will strike you as the most beautiful. Oh, looking at the notes for this video, it will probably turn out longer than promised. But guess what? I do not give a fuck about it. There will probably be people that already clicked away from this video, and there will probably be people saying, why should I listen to someone that just recently started reading? And probably they are right in a sense, but I wouldn't really... I do hope if you stayed on this video that you do pick at least one of the books that I've mentioned in this video. And if you actually picked one up, please let me know in the comment section down below which one you picked. These videos that I create here take a lot of my time to create, especially that I don't do this full time. And I would really appreciate if you were subscribing to this channel, and any feedback would be greatly appreciated, as I would like to improve my content. I hope you enjoy your day, and I hope to see you in my next video, which, spoiler, it's about